My name's Delaney. It's February 12th, 2026. J.D. Vance said that Olympians shouldn't have political opinions. And Pam Bondi's congressional hearing just divulged into shouting at each other. Happy Thursday. Let's take a look at the headlines you might have missed. Winter Games came with lots of controversy this year, the latest being that J.D. Vance said Olympians shouldn't have political opinions. The vice president told press yesterday, "You're not there to pop off about politics. So when an Olympic athlete enters into the political arena, they should expect some pushback." The remark comes after an Olympic skier said that they had mixed emotions about representing America right now. And with that, I will just leave it at this. Making our way to the American southern border, now El Paso's airspace has been closed down, and it's not due to Mexican cartel drones. It's also not because Netanyahu is visiting for Iran negotiations. It's because of Pete and Christie's little laser toy. Pentagon planned on implementing this laser to shoot down Mexican cartel drones. However, the FFA wasn't too happy about it. They had to set up a meeting to properly coordinate and implement this technology. Instead of waiting for said meeting, they wanted to go ahead and test run it, because there was a drone in our airspace. Well, this led to the FFA having to promptly shutter all of the airspace around El Paso. And it turns out we don't even think they used the laser to shoot down the drone yesterday. Anyway, speaking of Border Patrol, ICE agents have continuously and consistently been arrested for misconduct. Crimes range from domestic violence, bribery, corruption, and CSA. Most of these cases took place early to middle of last year. However, last fall, Congress approved $75 billion to hire more ICE agents. Let me move on before I start yelling like Pam Bondi. And that's because shouting matches between Pam Bondi and Congress stole the show yesterday. And every headline covering the hearing yesterday is highlighting the verbal clash. "Don't yell at me," Pam Bondi said after Representative Goldman chastised her for interrupting and talking over his question. He said, I'm talking, be quiet." What an insane congressional hearing. Also, we know she's feeling the pressure of it because Pam Bondi showed up with history printouts, the search history from the JE PDF database. She had printouts of it. There are clear shots of Pam Bondi's papers from the congressional hearing that showed she had the search history of Representative. Representative Pramila took to Twitter with a photo of a paper that showed her search history that Pam Bondi was holding. It's official, they're tracking us, but we're not the only ones tracking this case. People all across the world are tracking this case, checking in on India right now. Protests have broken out in New Delhi over the recently released file. The Indian Youth Congress took to the streets to demonstrate as it was revealed the Prime Minister's name was implicated within the case. It's not the only revelation from the case. There are new allegations saying that bodies are buried at Zuro Ranch. So the allegations stem from an anonymous email sent in 2009. The emailer claimed to be former Zuro staff and said that there were bodies buried